All right, we're going to talk about something advanced, which, when I say advanced, that just means idiotic most of the time. I don't know if music ever needs this kind of junk, but we're doing it anyway, under the guise of creativity, otherwise known as idiocy. What I'm wanting to do is sidechain delay. And you ask, why in the hell would I ever want sidechain delay? And the answer is you don't. It's stupid, don't even try it. But I'll tell you why I want it, and that's because of this problem. Now, that's in the chorus, and it happens 800 times in a song. And he goes, down, 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 yeah. And then it just kind of stops. And I want a thingy there. I wanted a sustaining element. I tried reverb for a while, couldn't get that right. And here's the thing about this, is it has to have another idiot word, organicness to it. I want it to sound like it was kind of a naturally occurring event. I don't want it to sound like I say the words, and then the sound guy, like the live shows, the guys that really like their effects, then go, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't want it to sound like that. And I probably could work and blend that in, but why do work blending it in when I can do some kind of a stupid trick that makes me feel like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't. Another cool reason to even go down this endeavor, sidechain compression, you synth guys already know this, is one of the fastest ways to scrape up something you didn't expect. And often in a good way. If you're doing the kind of song or mix or whatever you're doing that you need this part to change and change radically, sidechained reverb and delays, things like that can get you and put you in places you never thought you'd ever be. So I highly recommend you try it, because it can be the difference between nothing and something. If you're doing something that calls for something really weird, some kind of strange bridge or I don't know what. Anyway, so what I end up doing is I created a new track, or effect send, I should say, and I end up using the UAD delay thing they've got, delay modulator. I like it a lot, and it has something to it I keep forgetting about and I keep going back to. But anyway, I like it. And so maybe we should hear that first. It's going to be way too loud. And I also high passed it because it was muddy. Um, but let's see, with no sidechain compression on. I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I don't think this is going to help you at all. I don't think I even tried it without the sidechain on, but because of the little mood I'm in while I'm working. But let's just see what it does. Down, 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 yeah. Well, maybe we don't even hear it. Let's see. Flipping back to when. Now, I've already got a big delay on this stupid thing. Let's find that first and kill it. And it didn't matter. Down, 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 yeah. Wondering if it mattered. Okay, so that's the delay. And you notice it did get the down, 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 and it sounded pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Wondering if it mattered. And that's exactly the point. That's the exact yeah, and that's the exact sound I wanted. Let's hear it in context real quick. Well, the damn thing's turned. Why are you off? Why are you defeating me? Well, it's all screwed up now. But anyway, that was the right sound. Now, here's the thing, though, is all that junk afterwards where... Let's solo it again. I don't want any of that. That doesn't help. That's just going to get in the way. So, I came up with this idea that when the vocal stops, we can let the delays come through. If our singer guy is busy, do not interrupt him. And so, in theory, depending on how we implement this, which I don't think I did it very well, but what else is new? Every gap you see, I don't know why I keep saying this little weird colory thing. Like this is a gap, that means our delay guy will turn on. I'll say, okay, Mr. Delay, you come through. Same here. And if we have it set wrong, he could come up almost every time we let it through, and that could be distracting. So, anyhow, let's go and fire this thing up. I'm not in the right spot. We're going to turn the compressor on. So what I've done here in Cubase, if you aren't familiar with sidechaining, I should probably cover this in another video. But definitely hit your manual on whatever DAW you use. But all I did is put an insert on, and then Cubase, I turn this guy on. And all that means is that it's going to refer to whatever input I send it for its how it triggers compression. The actual triggered compression will then be on the delay. Now, we're going back to the vocal here, Mr. Aqua guy. And I've got a aux in that feeds that compressor. That's the way Cubase does it. I'm sure there's a million different ways. I've seen quite a few. Sidekick, I think, didn't even need any of this business, but Sidekick doesn't like me. All right, so anyway, I'm feeding this compressor. Let's see where we are now. This is what I ended up with. And it wasn't totally finished, but it was finished enough to show you guys. Yeah, good enough for you, scum. All right, here we go. All right, I think I got it turned down. Let's turn that damn thing up. Yeah, I got it down 6 decibels. Okay, now watch the threshold, excuse me, the gain reduction meter here, and see what happens. What you're going to notice is it's going to compress only when the vocal is busy, as if it was on the vocal track. So it'll let go and let our delays through. There we are. Okay, now that's the exact sound I wanted in the yes. Now listen to those one more time, just so it's clear what I was going for. She's going down, 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 yeah. Slipping back. All right, that's good, but the cadence, the rhythm of this vocal changes. You know, he goes da 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 da. And so all that busy junk, you will start hearing this damn thing bounce around. Now, the entire purpose of the sidechain was so that I could completely crush anytime the vocal was going, and then it would quickly let through the good stuff and then shut up again. Well, it's not doing that, and this is one of those things. I don't even know why. One of those things where I'm just going to still have to automate this a little bit. Now, here's one other thing to consider, though. I don't mind the automation since I actually got what I want. You know how often that happens where you have a sound in your head and you're like, I want this effect and it does this. I want it to sound not like a live sound man going, hey, 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 but somehow going, hey, hey, hey. And you actually achieve it. It's so rare that I'd go through an hour of bull crap just to get this to work. The other side thing about this sidechain business, sidechain, weird. Anyway, the strange thing is the way it reacts will change. And if I turned off the sidechain compressor, because it may still be compressing that stuff just a little bit, if you really nuke it, and I'm kind of being nice here, I don't think I'm really crushing it, which may be why I'm hearing some of that crap anyway. But sometimes when you really nuke these reverbs, you bring out stuff that it's a character that you just won't hear anywhere else. You can't. By feeding a different compressor input to its sidechain input, it changes the game in a million ways. Especially if the compressor's distorting a little bit, but it's distorting dependent on something else. So anyway, I definitely recommend you guys abuse this thing and see what you can come up with, and just knock off 1,000 decibels of reduction when you can, and just play with it and see. Some of you guys will think, well, that was a waste of time, but I think there's something there. It's one of my favorite things anytime I need anything weird or different or kind of scary or anything like that. Okay, so I will have to automate this, but once again, listen to what I've created. Oops. And the band will probably hate it. Over and out.